guys, welcome to the Survivor Girl podcast. I'm your hostess, Alice, aka the Survivor Girl. Now, this podcast is a new endeavor on a journey I've been taking for many years now. I've been sharing my story of my life and my battle with cancer, and now I'm ready to tell my story to a wider audience. As time goes on, I'll bring on other survivors and thrivers of terminal diagnoses on to share their journeys in hopes to bring inspiration and encouragement to those who will face their own tough battles in the years to come. To begin though, this first podcast will be me telling my story and how I came to be Survivor Girl as she's known today, and the lessons I learned about myself and hope along the way. So to begin, we have to go back to January 4th, 2011. That's the day that my life would change forever. The day when a doctor walked into my exam room and told me I had breast cancer. The months of ignoring the pain and later this growing lump in my breast now resulted in me being told I was between stage 2 and 3 triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma of the right breast. I was 37 at the time, and the prognosis for a woman under 40 with such a diagnosis was extremely grim, like nearly terminal. The doctor was suggesting a mastectomy. I was unmarried and childless at the time. I was single. I didn't want to lose my breast. The other option, of course, was to start with chemo first, then a lumpectomy, and then radiation. And that was the path that I chose to do. Now, the chemotherapy that I went through is called ACT chemo or Red Devil chemo, which is one of the most brutal and it's extremely harsh on the body. I suffered hell is to understate the incredible amount of pain that I endured at this time. The physical symptoms of vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, hair loss, neuropathy, teeth shifting, black nails, and the rest are absolutely nothing compared to the emotional toll that it takes on you. It's far worse than anything anyone can begin to imagine. There are many days I prayed for death and even planned my funeral. Death couldn't be as bad as the torture my body was being asked to endure. So one night as I lay awake in excruciating pain, I remember praying to God. I made a promise to him that if he let me live, I would find a way to give back and to help other people through this hellscape. I would never live in fear and would live out my dream to the fullest. I wasn't sure if God was listening. I'm not a religious type, so is God even listening to my prayers? But I just prayed and hoped for the best. Now, to be clear, before treatment had begun, I had just finished my associate's degree and I was all happy and was trying to decide which college I was going to go to finish up my bachelor's degree. Now, at that time, I wrote to all the different schools that I had the choice of going to, and only one school got back to me and allowed me a delayed entry, and that was the University of Tennessee. So when I finished treatment, I was ready to quit my job and move to Knoxville, Tennessee to finish my education. Yeah, that's it. You see, I had made that promise to God, and since I was alive, I had to be fearless. For me, that meant quitting my full-time job, moving 700 miles away, where I had no friends or family, by the way, and where my doctors were not located, and be on campus as a full-time college student at the age of 38. Was it crazy to move so far away from all my doctors and everyone that loved me and had been through my journey with me? Absolutely. But I know I couldn't just stay and not at least try to live out my dream. I didn't want cancer to win. I had to win, whatever that took. And you guys, guess what? I ended up finishing my degree. And after getting my degree, I eventually ended up moving out here to Los Angeles, is where I am now, and live out my ultimate dream of working in sports. And you guys, I even got nominated for a Sports Emmy in 2019. In the meantime, though, I never forgot everything I had been through and all the people that had helped me along the way. As promised, I began donating and going out to cancer races as early as 2012 while still attending school in Tennessee. It has always been a very emotional experience for me to see other survivors and warriors. In 2019, you guys, I decided to take it one step further and created the superhero character I dubbed Survivor Girl. Now, you guys, it's a full costume with my pink ribbons from head to toe. She's in a full face mask and everything. And this is how I attend races now, in full costume, as a symbol of hope, courage, perseverance, and triumph over tragedy. Continuing that promise I made to God so long ago. Even this podcast, you guys, is my way of fulfilling that promise and giving encouragement to others in their battle with this monster. You see, that's what surviving cancer does. Facing your own mortality makes you more courageous and more willing to take chances. The person you have to become in order to survive any terminal illness isn't the person who begins the journey. You go in afraid, doubtful, prepared for death even. And as your body endures every level of pain and torture imaginable, you begin to change. As each day passes, you become more encouraged that you are going to live. You become more hopeful that you will make it through. You don't just change physically, you change emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Who you are on the other side of cancer is stronger, braver, and more fearless, willing to take on any challenge, face any demon. You have faced the specter of death and said, "Not today," and lived to tell the tale. You guys, if I could impart any message to anyone listening, it is always to keep the faith and hold on to hope. Well, you guys, I hope you found comfort and encouragement in hearing my story. I will have other survivors and thrivers coming soon to share their incredible stories and their words of wisdom and positivity. For now, I leave you with this message. You are braver and stronger than you can begin to imagine. So never lose hope, no matter how hard the journey ahead becomes. Love you all. Bye for now.